I woke up from the heat feeling terribly thirsty. I casually pulled a huge tree from the ground, hoping to drink the dew from its leaves. But after shaking it for a long time, not a single drop came out. Disappointed, I threw it away. With my giant 4-meter long strides, I walked into the city center looking for water. I noticed the drivers on the street staring at me curiously, but I didn't care. I was just too thirsty. Suddenly, I spotted a water tank on top of a building. I easily lifted it up and poured the water straight into my mouth. But that tiny amount wasn't nearly enough for me, so I had to keep searching. As I passed by a skyscraper window, I saw my reflection and stopped to touch up my makeup. The heat made me sweat like crazy, so I picked up my pace. In just 10 minutes, I crossed through the city and reached the ocean. The cool seawater washed over my giant feet, and I played in the water happily like a child. It felt so good. While I was enjoying the refreshing water, I suddenly felt a strong emotion coming from outside the screen. It was anger, heartbreak. I stopped and sensed where this feeling was coming from. Through that invisible barrier, I saw a girl staring at a car in the distance, her eyes filled with anger and sadness. Her emotion was so intense, it felt like she was calling out to me. I blew outward, and a fierce wind swept across the plaza. The next second, I felt the barrier disappear. I could actually pass through the screen. I stepped out of the screen and into her world. Panic spread through the crowd, with screams everywhere. I bent down, picked up a car from the ground, and casually shook it. The people inside screamed in terror, but I ignored them and slammed the car hard onto the pavement. It shattered into pieces instantly. I looked at the girl. She stood there in shock. I smiled at her. I understood how she felt. Sometimes anger needs to be let out. Then, as if nothing had happened, I turned around and stepped back through the screen, returning to my own world.